Hi y'all, Simple Palsy Girl is here. I know it's been a whole minute. I have posted up a video. Life has just been busy with school and work, and I had something major happen to my life, and I'm just still processing and still coming to terms with it. That's really what it is. Like, I've been trying to post this video. This is my third attempt, and I want to make sure like I'm projecting and having you all comprehend this. Like, I don't want it to be anything more, anything less than it needs to be when it's simply you want the person to be happy and you want to be happy. Like that's what it is. Like, you want your happiness. You want the best, and you honestly deserve the best. Like, it's just knowing yourself and loving yourself. Okay, so like my parents raised me to be a strong, independent woman. Like, I always had faith in myself and what I could bring to the table, and I have the people and just the way my life has been grateful for that and appreciative of that. Like honestly, like that's where I have come to just be grateful for the people in my life and just the way my life has just changed in the past couple of months. Like, where it was, it okay, so it was simply just toxic. I simply lost myself. Um I was in this off and on relationship, and I knew within myself that I needed to get out, but like when you all do see my vulnerability side, like I'm a very emotional person. I will do anything impossible to just make you happy and just want the best for you. And that's where the point where I kind of like lost myself because I was so invested in the person and in myself and what I was more concerned on his needs than my own needs, and it was a external internal battle within myself because like I knew I deserved better, but at the end of the day I didn't want to give up on the person because like I my aspect of life is like just you don't want anybody else to go through that experience of pain and struggles and just anything in general. Like, that's how I was somewhat raised too. Like, okay, so I say how I raised because like this is from my parents' values with the mix of my own values of life and what they have taught me, and I know that people have different lives and different understandings and different perspectives. So, again, this is just me projecting my own perspective and my own opinion on it. Like, everyone is right to their own opinions, and again, I just want to make sure that at the end of the day, like, you want happiness and the other person deserves happiness too. That's what it is. You deserve happiness and the other person deserves happiness too, but you should be able to allow yourself to embrace that you can be like, yeah, I deserve happiness too. It's okay for me to be happy. It's okay for me to move on. It's okay for me to just learn from it and just grow from it, honestly. Like, that's I'm learning like to just embrace it and grow from it. Like, there is some scary parts where you're like fearful that you're going to make the same mistake twice because you're aware of it, but also the same aspect where you don't want to make the same mistake twice, and you're like, I you're not fully aware that you made it, and then until you get into that situation, then it becomes a deja vu. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that I project that correctly. It's okay. So like again, this is me trying to process this all and still trying to come to terms with it all. Like, that's like I'm still learning to just value myself, still learning to love myself. Like, it it's stepping stones. You can't just happen overnight. Okay, so like it's like you lost the person. Like you thought you had this whole plan up, and then it just didn't work out because it just didn't work out. And it's like how I kind of see it. It's like I saw this movie. It was called like Christmas Story, and the last scene of it where I think she was a nanny saying like, oh, like grief is the price we pay for love, and it's worth it 1,000 times and more. Like that's what it is. I simply fell in love and didn't work out. Like we all like fall in love, like right? Like I said, how we all just want that fairy tale, like just story, and it's we don't want all the ugly that comes with it. But like in my perspective, like we kind of need to go through it to be able to just more of the more of yourself. Honestly, it's like really the testimony of your character and like who you are as a person and what you want to be the person and what you know about yourself and want to grow within with yourself because of the things that have happened to you in life. Like trauma has been so projected in so many different ways, and sometimes it can be negative, and I think it needs to be more positive, in my opinion, than being. For instance, like we all think trauma is like a weakness when it's really a strength.